I've selected a couple of my favorite pictures of Callas where she looks very cute, to my mind. And I've split them into 3 different categories. And this is the first one, where she's very cute. This is very scientific. And under the very cute category are pictures of Callas swimming. That's maybe my ultimate favorite category of pictures of Callas. So here are just a couple of ones from them. I mean, look at this cap that she has. It's brilliant. You can see her Greek nose there, and her hair isn't really polished either, but there's something very cute about it. And here, we can ramp this up a bit more. I mean, look at these. Especially with the ruffles here and that face. This is meme potential. Am I right? Or am I right? I love that there's a sort of an anticipation. At least I know the feeling of when you're going... I love to swim, so when I'm going swimming, there's something so nice about the anticipation of it. So this kind of captures it, but then her face doesn't translate to that at all. I don't know if she likes to swim or not, or she liked to swim this day. Then in this one, she's a bit older. As you can see, the glasses are straight from the 70s, and I don't know, there's just, once again, the anticipation, because she's putting on these, what are these called? Fins, maybe? Actually, I don't know why this picture is here. I've never noticed this here before. Wow, with Aristotle. It's probably like a clipping from a newspaper or something. Paparazzis have taken this picture of her, and her hair is like not polished at all. But somehow, just the basicness, the naturalness of this scene, excited to go in swimming, it reminds us that these legends are, after all, just very basic, normal humans who like to do normal stuff outside of their work. So that's why I love these pictures of Callas, to see what she actually did in her free time. And it seems a lot of the time she wanted to go swimming somewhere. Now the final pictures of this category. This is very blurry, but I love this woman. This is from the Aristotle Onassis' yacht, Christina. There's Callas's dog, poodle. I don't know what they're laughing about. I would love to know. But this girl here, if you know, tell me in the comments who it is, because now I'm starting to wonder if it's Aristotle Onassis' daughter, Christina, but I'm not sure if she was that age at this time. But yeah, in any case, look at Callas's outfit as well, with big earrings, white button-up shirt. It's a very classy look. Even though it's blurry, she still looks good. And here, once again, a blurry picture from her vacation on, I think in Greece, if I remember correctly. She went there in the early 70s with her friend, the tenor Giuseppe Di Stefano, who's here, whose nickname was Pippo. He kind of fell in love with Callas about this time, but he was still married, and they were there, like, the whole family, I think, on this vacation. But Callas didn't really want it to develop into a full relationship. You can read all about this in her letters and memoirs, where she talks about this whole conundrum she had. But I love this outfit once again. Look at this long skirt. It's maybe like a sarong with the bikini and just the hats. Yeah, vacation vibes. Oh yeah, they weren't actually the last ones in this spread. Here are the final very cute pictures of Callas. So here she's more made up. These are just really nice frames that people have captured. I don't know if these are taken by paparazzi or not. I'm guessing not, because the restaurant would have been maybe closed when she was there attending a party or something. So this is the restaurant Biffi Scala in Milan, where she often went after performances at the La Scala Opera. This is like just like a 5-minute walk from there. I've actually been in this restaurant in 2023 when we went to La Scala with my mom, and then we wanted to go in Callas's footsteps everywhere, and we wanted to also eat at Biffi Scala. I just really love this face that she has here. I don't know why, but it is very cute. And if you know who this is, please tell me in the comments, because I can't recognize him or this person either, who's on her right side. And in here, maybe a bit later on in the party, she's feeling a bit exhausted, drinking maybe a cappuccino or something. And this is one of those moments that we all know, the moment when you're in the party and you've kind of had a lovely time, but you'd also want to just go home. And then you try to hold on and hold the conversation with the other people, even if you don't really vibe with them anymore. But it's just a fun expression that someone captured. And then in here, once again, I mean, look at this. My heart melts. Wow. I'd love to know what they laughed about here. And tell me also in the comments who this is, because I can't recognize him. She's probably had some flowers after a performance of Anna Bolena in 1958, so a bit later on. And they're in the restaurant Savini, which is quite near actually to, well, yeah, very near to Biffy Scala. And we went there also with my mom, and it was just gorgeous. So when I see pictures like this, I think that these are the sort of expressions that I'd love to have in my life when I'm receiving something, when I'm discussing with people. But I have no idea what I look like when I discuss with people, because I want to truly focus on the person in front of me if I can. But I feel like this is just the embodiment of charm. We can see the same sort of expressions, for example, in Princess Diana when she was meeting all the people, her fans and stuff, and many other very elegant icons. They just ooze and radiate this sort of a friendly and cute vibe. Okay, now we come to the basic cute category. They could still be considered very cute, but I don't know why, but I just decided to separate these from the other ones. So here she's saying hi from afar. This is from the 70s as well. I'm guessing she's a bit older there. I do love the dress she has here, like a safari type of a dress. And here, this is from the 1950s for sure. This has a very Italian vibe, and it's probably from Italy, but I don't know where. If it's their home in Milan, not sure. But once again, these sort of expressions that they feel very natural, very candid. That someone's taken this picture, but she's managed to... Maybe she likes the person who was taking the picture, so that's why she looks so radiant, but... Yeah. And here she's with Aristotle Onassis. Of course, there are lots of opinions on him, whether he was a rat or a super rat, or just a basic old nice person with imperfections, as we all do. But I do have to say that if there's one thing that's cool about him, it's his glasses. They're just very cool. I don't know why, but one day I just realized that actually they look really good on him. And yes, he was older than Callas and everything. It was a very complex affair. But as you can see from these pictures, there was still amounts of real love in there. They were truly soulmates in the sense that, or kindred spirits at least, that they found so much in common, and they spent these glorious days sunbathing on the yacht and having deep discussions. And Callas learned to speak more Greek at this time because she had kind of forgotten it a bit after her time when she left from Greece in, I think, 1947 or something. There's still something very cute about their relationship in some senses when you try to see beyond the trash journalism that happened around their relationship. There must have been some very, very nice moments as well between them. And at least Callas says that Aristotle was a very charismatic man, if nothing else. He knew how to captivate people and tell good stories and serve and amuse other people around him. So I'm guessing they were a really good match in that sense. But then again, Aristotle had his own problems with maybe some commitment issues and why they didn't get married, for example, and stuff. But in any case, these are the moments that I want to keep in mind when so much bad is said about this whole shenanigan. Here, I love how tanned Callas looks. That's what makes her also look very cute in here. I just love her profile here. She's quite young here. This is also Giuseppe Di Stefano, the one that we saw earlier, the tenor. To think that they were maybe at the top of their game already at this point. They were very young, but doing professional opera work, having fun. And here Callas is with her husband, Giovanni Battista Meneghini. I recognize him from the back, and I've seen other pictures of him on this sort of boat, or from this day. Actually, now I've just noticed, this is a boat from Pirelli. Wow. It's a tire manufacturer for the Formula One Grand Prix, or, well, the Formula One cars in general. Wow, I've never realized that. But yeah, hanging around on the air mattress, on the water. It's one of the best things you can do in life, I think. So she's clearly enjoying it. And somehow she looks very Greek in here. From afar like that, I feel that sometimes she has the same sort of facial features than, for example, the lead actress from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. What's her name again? Tula, I think, is her name as the character, but I can't remember for the life of me now the actress's name, but I'll put it on the screen. So I don't know about you, but I think there's something similar about their faces sometimes in these sort of pictures. Okay, the last category, cute passion. Here I think these 3 photos captured so perfectly what I mean by this sort of acute passion that she had, and this is sincere passion that she had for her work. So in this one, this reminds me actually of Celine Dion, because she always does like this sort of thing. Well, not always, but sometimes in her performances. So maybe Callas did that sometimes as well, but at least, yeah, she looks still very Greek in here. She's playing Norma from the opera Norma by Vincenzo Bellini. I love the strength of the emotion, how she's all in the moment and expresses her emotions so vividly that you could still see it in the last rows of the theater. And here, this is from a rehearsal from the 1960s. I think, actually, maybe it's a rehearsal, but it also could be a recording of, for example, Carmen Bizet's Carmen that she recorded in the 1960s. So this could be maybe from that. They recorded in the Salle Wagram in Paris, actually. But now that information has slipped my mind, if this was actually from that moment. But in any case, just look at these fingers, and then the amount of expression once again, the emotion, the grit that you can see, how well she projects her voice. It's inspiring, but also very cute when it's a question of art. Art isn't something inherently necessary for our survival as a species of humans, but it's vital in other ways. So making art, creating art, is still a very human sort of a thing to do. Animals can't really do that in that sense. So I love that as Callas had centered her life around this concept of making art and serving the idea of music, she took it sincerely, not maybe seriously at times too, maybe too seriously. But that's what her devotion was like to this thing, that she wanted to really excel in singing. And that's what you can see in these pictures. Lastly, in this one, for example, this is from the 60s as well. I'm not sure if it could be, it's not from the same day, because this is from the stage. So I love this. It could be like a tweed fabric, this skirt here. There's just something funny sometimes about 1960s outfits. She's wearing actually like a black t-shirt. It could be maybe a knitted t-shirt, but if it's like a normal cotton t-shirt, that would be actually kind of revolutionary, because these were considered to be more of an undergarment in this day and age, still, maybe in the 60s, kind of. So a woman of her stature, in her position, to wear just a t-shirt in the rehearsal could have been kind of something like a fashion statement in some senses, and to have this very costumey pearl necklace with it, and then just a very basic skirt, basic pumps, and this kind of a helmet style hair that she has here as well, which was very trendy at the time. But now it looks just only like a helmet. We can't really describe it in any other way. But that's what I find, just the amount of structure that sometimes the 60s outfits have. That's what's sometimes really fascinating to me and kind of cute and funny. Because now, if you put something like this on, maybe I could put something like this on, and I've probably worn something a bit similar, but so it doesn't look that off. But if I'd have that hair, it would look so costumey. But at that time, people were dressing a lot more in a lot more costumey way. So if an older person would wear this outfit now, they would look very dated. But if they fit very well, maybe it could work. But just the hair. I think the hair is the problem. Yeah, the helmet hair is kind of funny. Now, if you want to learn a bit more about this cute and fun side of Maria Callas, check out this video where I show more proof of just how fun she was. So, see you there. Bisous.